Live from the heart of Midtown Sacramento and reporting from Roseville, Elk Grove, Arden Arcade, Lands Park, and Lodi. This is Comedy Spot News.
Hey, you're here. It's Friday. Welcome. This is Comedy Spot News. And if you're keeping track, this is the third of 3 t-shirts that I own. I'm so glad that you're here. This is going to be a great Comedy Spot News today. Before I get to that, I just want to remind everybody that we have things happening all week long except on Sundays, where we rest. But you can check out our full schedule at satcomedyspot.com/live right there. It also gives you information on how to maybe become a Patreon member or make a small donation or to buy a virtual ticket. All those things are there. We appreciate you hanging out with us every day. Also, if you haven't done it already, follow, like, subscribe on all the things in the corner there. Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, those things to make sure that you get notified when we go live. It is Friday. It is the Comedy Spot News, but we also like you to comment the entire time just to see what's going on with you guys. So let's jump right in. Hallie says, this is Hallie, just supporting over here too. She's on Twitch. You could be on Twitch too. Hell, I just started a Twitch account for me, Brian. You can follow me. It's on there, Brian C. Comedy. And then she said, hey, y'all. Good, welcome. Are you on both? Wait, that's tripping my mind. Let's see. I definitely went from Twitch. Yes. Okay, yes. All right, good. Patrick, keep the Sabbath day holy. Or something. I just need one day off, guys. Thank you so much for joining us for another Comedy Spot News. If you haven't seen the show before, this is where members of the Sacramento community send in their videos or join me live on Skype and report what's happening while they're quarantining at home. It'll be a weird place a couple weeks from now when, we might be able to open up a little bit and I might have someone here next to me. Right now, it's just me. Well, my son's here, but we quarantined together, so it's okay. Right, buddy? He said something rude. All right, so let's get right into it. We have our first video checking in with us. We have a brand new reporter today. I'm so excited. This is Skip Lively. He's doing weather, so let's go skip to now. Let's skip to Baloo to Skip Lively with some weather.
Hi, I'm Skip Lively. This is Comedy Spot News, the weather segment coming right up here. We're going to be taking a look at what's going on here in Sacramento in the second month of quarantine. Taking a look at the weather outside. We're looking at about 80 degrees. Perfect weather for going outside. But also, I've been told by scientists, perfect weather for murder hornets. So don't go outdoors, everyone. Please stay indoors. Now, creeping toward the weekend, we're taking a look at Sacramento's annual turn toward hell, where we're looking at the triple digits here, but it's a dry hell, I'm told, with low humidity. We really kind of missed out on those nice couple of weeks there with the whole plague and everything. It was really nice, really nice weather to go outside. And here we are, trapped indoors. At least we missed out on allergy season, right, folks? That was a bummer of a thing to miss out on. All that sneezing and everything. Well, some of us are lucky enough to have indoor allergies too. So, the dust allergies, getting the sneezing going. Wonderful times. And that's your weather. I'm Skip Lively, reminding you weather is a good thing to talk about.
Skip, thank you so much. That was fantastic. That was really good. I mean, you had a very professional thing going on with the green screen. Anybody could probably take my video and then put little images back here on the green part of the wall. We gotta fix that. Natural, blonde, like Gaku. Hello! Nice to see you. Over on Twitch. Oh, that's fantastic. I messed up your name. I'm so sorry. Jess is like, this is the only news that I watch. I'm glad you're here. Donna says, thanks, Skip. Yeah, fantastic job, Skip. I like the sunglasses. So did I. Why don't you tell me this? Mike just shared something with me. Here it is. He says, breaking news I had in and out today, and it made me very happy. For those of you that don't live next to an In-N-Out, that's a burger place that's very tasty. The burgers are great. The French fries are okay. But if you ever get to an In-N-Out, I highly recommend it. Why don't you share with me right now some fun thing you're going to do for yourself this weekend? I think it's important to take care of yourself, even if it's that's just getting a burger. Let's see. Jess says, thanks, Skip. Yeah, I think I shared that. Goku, go. Do you know how to pronounce this?
Huh?
Goku.
That's good.
Oh, what is that?
It's anime.
Anime. Of course it is. Anime. My son's here. He's helping out. Okay. While you guys are telling me what you're going to be doing this weekend to treat yourself, I'm going to go to another video. This is Mike LaRosa, another quarantine cocktail segment. So here we go. Let me take down the volume a little bit. Here he is.
Comedy Spot bartender Mike here for another quarantine cocktail. Today we're going to take things back to basics with the old-fashioned. The old-fashioned is great because you can enjoy one before a meal, after a meal, during a meal. Basically, if there's a meal in the vicinity, it's a good time for an old-fashioned. To make the old-fashioned, you will need your whiskey of choice. A lot of people like to use bourbon or rye in an old-fashioned. I like to use blended scotch, and if that's wrong, I don't want to be right. Simple syrup, which is sugar dissolved in an equal amount of water. Angostura bitters. If you're not familiar with this, it does for cocktails what adding pepper or another spice would do for your food. Maraschino liqueur. Don't confuse this with cherry liqueur. It is made from cherries, but it's more of a semi-sweet liqueur as opposed to a cherry syrup. If you don't have it, just substitute it for the exact same amount of simple syrup. And finally, absinthe. This stuff is really strong. We're only going to use a little bit of it for the aroma and a little bit of the flavor. And we're going to stir this drink, so you're going to need something to mix it in. If you don't have a fancy mixing glass like this, that's okay. I promise your drink will still taste awesome. I like to put in the bitters first so you don't splash everything else out of the glass. Go ahead and put in 2 to 3 dashes. Next, add a 1/4 ounce of simple syrup and a 1/4 ounce of maraschino liqueur. If you don't have it, just use more simple syrup. It'll be a little different, but it's okay. And now it's time for your whiskey. We're going to add 2 ounces. Add ice to the glass and stir. Just like with shaking, stirring is diluting and chilling the drink. You know you're done when the sides of the glass start to fog up like that. Now if you were paying attention, we didn't put in the absinthe yet. Well, that comes now. I just pulled this glass out of the freezer, and we're going to coat the inside of the glass. There are 2 ways to do that. The first way is to pour a little bit into the glass and just sort of roll it around until it coats the glass. The second way is to put the absinthe in a little atomizer like this, which I find a lot easier. Just a few good sprays. Then put ice in your glass. If you have a tray that gives you big cubes like this, use one of those. It'll melt slower and keep your drink cooler longer without diluting it. But if you don't, any ice is fine. Then get a strainer and strain the cocktail into the glass. And for the garnish, we're going to take a peel of lemon and just sort of squeeze it over the glass. We call that expressing the oils. Those oils are going to sit on the surface of your drink, give it a nice aroma as you're drinking, and if you rub the peel along the rim, you'll also taste a little bit of those lemon oils as well. Then just drop the peel into the glass, and there we have a take on the classic old-fashioned, making quarantine a little bit easier, 1 sip at a time. Enjoy.
Wow.
Maybe 2 sips at a time.
Oh, that Mike LaRosa. Yeah, that was great. That is the fancy. You know, we've talked about this before, but I don't drink much anymore. Like once a year. But I'm not that fancy. I would just drink beer, and then it'd take like 5 minutes. Mike is great. You're the fanciest, coolest guy I know, Mike, and you're killing it. You're looking good, buddy. Let's just roll up. Let's read some of the things you're going to be doing this weekend. Hallie says In-N-Out is amazing. It's up there. It's our Five Guys. Oh, God. Yeah, Five Guys is good. Let's see. I'm going to make bracelets and nap. That's coming from Jess. Donna says she's going to practice her bingo. Go for a walk and eat sushi. That sounds like the best weekend, and I don't even play banjo. Greg Saban plays banjo. Maybe you guys can banjo it up together sometime. Greg, you're going to see him later on in the show. Let's see. I'm going to be treating myself to some pain meds and some vegan milkshake. All right. Well, to each their own, Allie. Sorry about the pain meds. That sucks. Let's see. Dana says, I think I've actually had that drink that Mike made. Wow, that's cool. I have not. Let's see. Oh, wait. Paul says pickles, Italian sausage, and smoked salmon. And now, I can tell you this. He is making his own pickle. Now, he's not giving you a laundry list. He's not giving you a grocery list. He's not telling you what he's going to consume, although he'll probably consume these too. He's saying he's going to make pickles. He's probably going to make his own Italian sausage, and he's going to smoke up some salmon. That's what Paul does. It's delicious. It's always cool when Mel invites you over because you know you're going to get Paul cooking because Mel doesn't cook. I miss you guys. I can't wait to come over to your house. That's a plug for later. Let's see. Good. Nicole says she's just hanging around writing another honey-do list. Good. Let's see. I wish I didn't have to do both of these, or I had another Brian. That would make things a lot easier. Okay, everyone's checking in with themselves. Okay. Yeah, making you want to drink since COVID. Yeah, I know. The Comedy Spot is now your place. There's a theme today, by the way. You're going to see other maybe you should drink videos today. So get ready. They're a-coming. Let's see. Jabberwocky says, eat some cheese. Damn it, Jabberwocky. Let's see. Mel says, I do not cook. That is correct. Let's go to our next contributor today. Corrine, you've seen her before. She's going to do a parenting report for you. Here she is.
Hello, Brian. It's Corrine here, local parent on the scene. Today is Laundry Day, my least favorite day of the week, month, year. I don't know. But that means that I have a pack and play full of laundry that I need to sort, which reminded me of a video that I saw during this week's Big Day of Giving, which was Laura's video of her showing people how to fold a fitted sheet. So I thought that maybe I would try to do that too. I'm pretty sure she's a witch. And it won't be possible, but I'm going to try it.
First thing you want to do is take your sheet and get your hand into the pocket of one of the corners. Now make sure that it's inside out.
Okay.
And then you're going to tuck it into the pocket on the other end of that sheet. And follow your sheet line all the way down, and then do the same to the other end. So both ends are tucked. Then you're going to take one corner, touch it to the other, fold it over.
Why are you so fast?
And now all four corners are tucked into one.
Wait, what?
Lay the four corners are tucked into one.
Huh?
Into that sheet. And follow your sheet line all the way down, and then do the same to the other end. So both ends are tucked. Fold it over. And now all four corners are tucked into one.
Wait.
Lay the sheet down.
No, stop it.
Carefully, and then you're going to fold it in thirds, and this is the secret trick. So a third that way, and a third this way, and then you'll fold it in thirds again. Enjoy!
It looks like a pillow.
Holy, that was freaking magical. That was magical. Are you biting an avocado?
No.
What's happening over here? Okay.
Those are like $9 a piece.
Watch this, guys. Ah! So much harder when it's
Hi,
bigger.
I blanket and I chew
Tarzan! You know how bad to, but I can't bring it. Tarzan! Go attack Jack. Give Jack a hug. I don't know. Okay, wait. Where am I? What's happening? No! Stop it! Stop it! Go. What's that? Look. It's Santa Claus. What?
An avocado.
What? Oh my God! You just strip the skin off that avocado?
Yep.
Okay. Do you want to just bite it?
What?
Oh, yummy. An
What
avocado.
Mom,
Oh my God.
I'm trying to fold a sheet.
I thought I ate you.
No, I will never be eaten by a shark. Carson?
Mom, my hands are getting all green.
Oh no, you got avocado hands? Carson, I'm trying really hard to do this. I feel like this would work if I had less people tackling me.
Okay, stop it. Ah.
Gotcha.
Okay, come.
Yeah. Ha-ha.
Ha.
Carson's promised he's going to behave now. Okay. So there, yeah. So then, putting it down, Carson. Or I said thirds. Fractions are hard, Carson. Fractions are hard.
That's
I
good.
folded it.
Is that avocado?
Beautiful. But I put it down on the avocado peel. So we've spent like 20 minutes. I technically folded 2 sheets, but one of them got Cheeto powder on it. The other one got avocado on it. So both of them need to be rewashed. But I still consider this a resounding success. And Carson, I would like to thank Lara for showing us how to fold a fitted sheet. Can you say back to you, Brian?
It's the funniest thing I've seen in such a long time. It's so great. Oh, gosh. Yeah, at least I said I almost choked on my dinner. Holy crap. This is a message for those of you that are like in your 20s. That's having kids right there. That's babies. That's what happens. What's really cool though is when you first have them, they're super cute. So you're like, oh, this is great. And then they turn into little monsters. And then right when you're about ready to call your mom and say, I need you to take this baby, they get really cute again. And it works out. And then that happens on and off like that until they're 18. That's how it works. We're going to need a bigger boat because of this shark. Oh, God, I can't believe this isn't scripted. It's so good. Oh, man. Yeah, Josh, exactly. Yeah, Corrine Lemke, you're so great. Thank you so much. That was a great parenting report. I don't know why I was laughing so hard. And then they're teenagers, yeah. And then you're like, bleh. Yeah, it's a whole nother thing. Those kids deserve Oscars. I totally agree. Okay, let's get on to our next video. We have a tech report. This is very important for those of you that might be at home, working from home, using Zoom, things like that. We have Dana Bryant today doing a tech report. So here she is.
Hey Brian, this is Dana Bryant reporting from my apartment in Sacramento. So before the shelter in place, I did a lot of working from home already for my job, and I've noticed even after a couple months, there's still some of my friends and family that don't really know all the etiquette. So to help you out, I wrote this little ditty. It's okay to pee on a conference call. The urge to go comes to us all. Sometimes you just can't take a break, so you have a big decision to make. Make sure you put yourself on mute. Turn off your video before you scoot. Make sure that you don't have to talk before you make that potty room walk. It's okay to pee on a conference call. You won't get caught if you know how to stall. Here's some advice that you can refute.
Oh, shit.
Finish up and say you were talking on mute. And that's how you pee on a conference call. Back to you in the studio.
All right, thank you, Dana. Appreciate that. Very important lesson about peeing when you're on a conference call. So thank you. I think that's an important thing. I've seen so many videos of people peeing on Zoom calls. Let's not do that, people. That's not a good thing. I mean, I don't mind it because they make for good videos. This week, let's see. Coming up next. Okay, yes, very good. Patrick decided to get out of the house a little bit, go on a little bit of an outing. So let's get to him. Although I do want to post this of what about a number 2? Next week, Dana sings a song about pooping on a Zoom call. At least that one you're sitting, so you could be multitasking. That's how I view that. All right, let's do this. Patrick, he went on an outing and got out of his house for a while. I think it's important to at least step outside, get some air. So Patrick, let's see what he's up to.
Hey Brian, this is Patrick and I'm coming to you from Amy Nelson's house. She's not here right now. I just kind of let myself in because I just wanted to do some quarantine outing stuff. I just wanted to show you a couple of things in her house. She's got this cute little kitten and he was going to play with the toy. Hi kitty. Oh, you're so cute, I might take you with me. And next we have her guinea pig cage right here. You can't see them, they're like hiding right there. But you know, guinea pigs, who likes them? Not me.
What?
I gotta hurry up because she might be back soon. And this is out in her backyard. This is her chicken coop right here. Those are the chickens over there. You can see them. But I gotta go. I think she's coming.
Patrick, what the fuck? How long have you been here?
What's happening? What is happening? I have to do a better job of screening these. Why is Patrick over at Amy's house? I mean, I know they're friends and they hang out, but you can't just show her chicken coop without permission. I don't know. All right, well, it seems like, okay, the further and further we get into sheltering in place, the more the news has turned into bits that get played week after week after week. One of those is coming up too. You'll recognize it. Let's see. Yeah, people are like, dang. Dana Bryan's like, when Patrick picked up the kitty, I forgot he was B&Eing, which is breaking and entering. Yes, 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 that's it. Donna's like, Patrick. Yeah, Jess, exactly. Corrine, same thing. Yes, Patrick is breaking the law. I can't wait to see how this is going to turn out. Let's see. Oh, we have a new contributor this week. Okay, quarantine. We're all stuck in the house, right? Yeah, we got to get out sometime. We got to exercise. I know some people have been really going at it, like exercising all the time, have lost a lot of weight while they've been on quarantine. And then there's others of us, like me, who have been in the kitchen and we just ate, but then we felt the need to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich out of a extra hot dog bun. And then you ate it and it was delicious. And you're like, maybe I should have had a second one. And all I'm doing is telling you what happened earlier today. So, I mean, but then there's other people who have really stuck to their diet, eating good, lots of protein, working out. Saw a guy doing burpees in the park as I drove by eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Anyway, Josh Pereira sent in this video for us today. But he's been doing a really good job of staying healthy, eating healthy. But he sent in a video about an epic cheat meal day. An epic cheat meal day. So let's take a look at it. Here it is now.
Epic cheat meal day.
Here is the epic mukbang. What you're looking at here is prepared. This is buffalo chicken tater tots with blue cheese, ranch, fried tater tots, and buttermilk fried chicken. And then in here, it looks like nachos or some sort of crazy plate, but it's actually carne asada French fries. I fried up some French fries. We topped it with a whole bunch of toppings, including some marinated beef from the local Mexican market. And we topped it with guacamole, sour cream, and a whole bunch of different accoutrements.
Oh my goodness.
So I know you guys really just want to see me eat it. So I'm going to take a bite of the buffalo chicken first. Got a little French fry there. You hear that crunch?
Yeah.
Oh man. Tangy, crunchy, salty. Oh, the chicken is just juicy and tender. We marinated the chicken overnight in buttermilk, and then we put a little bit of the buttermilk in the breading. All right, let's go for the carne asada French fries. We've got some guacamole here. We've got a French fry. I don't know if you can see that.
Wow.
All right, guys.
It just seems cruel.
That's the ticket, guys.
Yeah, it looks great.
All right, treat yourself to an epic cheat meal day. You deserve it. Love you, fam.
Epic cheat meal day.
Oh, that's great. They even have a theme song, which is fantastic. Well, thanks, Josh. We appreciate you sending that in. I love all the comments. Let's see. That sounds amazing. Yeah, I'll make that my 6th meal tomorrow. I could not eat all of that. I could. Let's see. This just isn't fair. I know eating it actually made my mouth start to water. start to water. It was so good. It was so good. Now I'm just hungry. And I have another show coming up at 7:30. Segue and a plug. Coming up at 7:30 is my show called Who Did It? That's where I get 3 comedians together. They all claim to have done the same thing. You have to figure out who really did it. That's at 7:30 tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. You should take a break, grab a hot dog bun, put peanut butter and jelly on top of it, put that in your mouth, and then come back and watch at 7:30. Let's see. Okay, really quickly, Kareen wanted to give just a Mother's Day shout out really quick, so let's do that.
Hey Brian, I just also wanted to say a really quick happy Mother's Day to my fellow Comedy Spot performer moms, Janae, Justine, Michelle, Lacey, Jess, Charlotte, Maria, Shayla, and anybody else I forgot to mention and or didn't know that you had kids. Also, a big hooray to the wives, girlfriends, and partners of Comedy Spot dads, because it is a lot of work to support your partners in doing comedy. Also, happy Mother's Day to you. Cheers.
All right, perfect. Thank you, Kareen. It sounded like she was also saying that if you have a significant other that's a comedian, it's also like having a child. And I don't think that's a far off statement. Let's see. Kevin, still stuck on the food. Damn you, Josh. Yeah, it looks pretty amazing. Elizabeth says Josh should do ASMR. I totally agree. Jabberwocky says, I prefer mayonnaise and cheese. Damn it, Jabberwocky, with your cheese comments. Let's see. Who Done It is so much fun. Yeah, thank you. It's a really fun show. I hope you can be there. Let's see. Brian, you eat that PB&J on a warm toasted on what? On a warm toasted waffle. My dog's name is Waffle, so for I'm kidding. Okay, all right. But my dog's name is Waffle. One of them. Okay. Okay. So when we first started doing the news all those weeks ago back in March, it took us a while to get things together, and now we got a pretty good setup and things are working the way they should. I am a clear picture now. I'm looking at myself, and I'm so clear you can see the gray right here, which is fine. I'm not upset, a little upset. But over the weeks, people started doing the news on my news. So Jack Brown, he did a segment called the Comedy Spot News, just the news about the news. And then Kevin Cooley did the Comedy Spot News. Then Jack Brown did the Comedy Spot News. And then Kevin did the Comedy Spot News. And I think Jack Brown did the Comedy Spot News. And I think this is Kevin's Comedy Spot News. It's a lot of news. All right, here we go. Take it away, Kevin.
It's time for the Comedy Spot News, with your host, Kevin Cooley. Good evening, and welcome to Comedy Spot News, your number one trusted leader in Comedy Spot news coverage. Our top story tonight, tragedy struck as Comedy Spot News anchor Jack Brown's nipples have been assassinated.
Whoa.
For more on the story, we go to our field reporter, Kevin Cooley. And, excuse me.
What?
Right. Sorry to interrupt, Kevin. I'm being told that this repeated comedy bit we have been beating relentlessly has indeed died. The audience long since tired of it. And now that Jack Brown's nipples have died, there's no reason for us to continue. I throw it back to you, Brian.
Whoa, it's over. You guys, the news is over. It's finally over. We don't have to count how many newses there are. There's so many newses. It just goes on and on and on. Buffalo. There's so many news, but they're done now. It's over. Becky says, save the nips, Jack's nips. I'm sorry, Jack. We loved your nipples. News Time 7 was canceled. Maybe it was. I got my news numbers messed up. Jess is very upset, though, that the news is over. I have a feeling... Oh, yeah. Paul says, hooray. Uh-oh. Start this trending. Save the nips. They're going to think it's something else, like a Kardashian thing or something. It's over. The clouds are clearing. It's a new day. The thing is about comedy bits that go on too long is they usually come back to go even longer. Let's see if Jack comes up with a response, or should we say the reincarnation of Jack's nipples next week? We'll have to see. Let's move on to our next segment, which is actually our last segment of the Comedy Spot News. You might have seen him last week or the week before, but he was here that first time, and then you wanted to make sure that he kept coming back. It's Greg Sabin. We might have lost connection. That happens sometimes. It's telling me I'm offline over here. That would super suck. I'm not going to touch anything. I'm just going to assume that we're actually still online, because being offline right at the end of the show, we're at the climax. We're at the climax of the show. Oh, we're still there. Okay, great. Sometimes they don't talk to each other. Shame on you. Okay, let's go to our last reporter. This is Greg Sabin with your weekly wine segment.
Thanks, Brian. This week in the Comedy Spot Wine Report, we have a great piece of viewer mail, and it's, what if my white wine isn't cold enough? Here in California, especially Sacramento, we get some very, very warm nights. And if you, like me, have just taken a white wine out of your wine cellar closet that also has banjos and old audiobooks in it, then maybe this is not cool enough for us on a California Sacramento night. So first thing you do is just want to sample it, see how cool it is. The fact that it's being stored with mothballs as well. Just try to get that out of there a little bit. Okay. I mean, it's room temp, depending on what your room is. Not bad. So, a couple different ways you can get this cooler. One is, of course, put it in the fridge and drink it tomorrow. But that's insane. So, put an ice cube.
Ice cube.
Tiny. All right, let's see how that goes, huh? Oh, okay. Look at that. Nice Nice. All right, let's see how cold we can get it by doing the swirl technique. You remember the swirl technique from 2 weeks ago, and also what type of glass one should use. This is the wine glass. A little cool, but maybe a little watery. So sometimes a slightly larger ice cube might work. And like this. There we go. All right, now let's see. Oh, look at the way that just cascades over that beautiful giant ice cube. Oh, hear that? That's the sound of quality. You might be asking what I'm drinking this evening. This is the Navarro from Anderson Valley Sauvignon Blanc Cuvée 128. Some people say, what does Cuvée mean? Cuvée stands for quality. All right, here we go. That's icy goodness. All right. However, there's another way we can go about this. Instead of getting the wine cooler, why don't we get the glass cooler? So I like to cool down my wine glass with an ice cold beer. Everybody's got one of those in their fridge. So you do this and just cool down that.
Beer can?
Yeah, it's beer, honey. It's all right.
Right.
And you add your wine to your beer.
Beer with your wine
Yeah, yes. Well, it's not again. I mean, again, not today. I haven't done it in a few days.
Is that a $20 bottle of wine with a cheap beer?
Yeah, yes, it's fine. Let's taste it together, huh? All right.
Right. Oh.
It's better than you'd think. All right, but there's one last way that you can get that white wine just cold enough, and it's by looking in your freezer for frozen desserts. That's right. This is a watermelon popsicle. You just put that in your glass like that.
Hey, it's not my popsicle. Those are the expensive ones.
I wouldn't call them.
The watermelons aren't ready yet.
I wouldn't call them your popsicles.
They're my popsicles.
They're our popsicles.
Not for all your alcohol.
Oh, look at that. Okay, now you've got not only you've got a stir stick. This is delicious. Here we go. Not as good as you'd think it would be. Right? Back to you.
All right, thank you.
Give me a sec. Oh, that's cool.
Thank you, Craig. Yeah, that's how you do it, folks. Beer inside of a wine glass with your wine and a popsicle all together, and you have a stir stick. Let's see. Grace says, classy. Let's see. Donna says, looks like impending diarrhea. Where are Mike and Greg getting these huge ice cubes? I know. It wouldn't matter, because at my house, the tray would still be empty. You'd have 0 ice cubes. Let's see. I love the wine report. I as well. Thanks, Greg. Popsicles added to my grocery list. Greg, I just tried this. Popsicle stick poked me in the eye. You're not supposed to. You got to move it to one side. You got to drink. Or you could take it out, drink and go, and then drink and Let me put it back in. Let me put it over here. That's space object work and improv, folks. Listen, I've had a good time with you. I hope you've had a good time. I hope you'll join me again at one of these shows here at the satcomedyspot.com/live. You can join us on these platforms. Like maybe you don't want to watch it on Facebook. You can go over to Twitch. You can watch it there. Tell your friends about it. Share. Bring in more people. I really appreciate you being here every day. It's been a lot of fun. We are going to continue to do this even when people are healthy. We'll just be able to have people next to me like this. It'll be like 6 feet away at first, but then they'll get closer, and then those people will get closer, and then we'll add more people, and we'll all rub each other's heads like this, and you'll be happy. Fantastic. I agree. I'm going to let you go, but come back here at 7:30. Join me for Who Did It? The show is so much fun. It's 3 comedians lying to you, and then you have to figure out who's lying. We have Becky Lynn on the show, who's one of my favorite comedians of all time. Hayden, who hasn't been on any shows up to this point. We finally get Hayden on here, and Justine is joining us for the next show. She said she couldn't do it. Now she can. So I'm excited. Hallie says it's fun to bounce back and forth. I know, it makes me feel important too, so I appreciate that. Had the best time as always. Me too. You guys are fantastic. I love you all very much. I hope to see you in less than an hour. All right, see you then. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you to all of our contributors, and thank you for watching. And this show has an outro.
Tune in next week for more updates from Brian and our reporters in the field. This has been Comedy Spot News.